Shavasana. So you can pin, as usual, you can pin my video so that you can see me. And I'll mute everyone. So enjoy, lovely ladies.
Thank you.
So lying on the back in Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable, just relax for a moment as we lie down. And let your spine settle down. Bring your attention to your breath. And for a moment, release any expectation of what you think you might be experiencing in the class, and just be with your body as we move through the poses. So moving more into feeling than in the mind. So we're just feeling the body in all these different poses, and let it be a moment by moment experience as you move through the practice. So taking a few deep breaths into your chest, into your belly as you lie here. And then maybe rolling the head from one side to the other. Moving again with your breath. So starting to bring in that awareness of movement and breath. And then bringing the head back to center, finding your center again. And then we're going to move the legs back. We're going to bring the feet to the floor, about hip width apart, and move the feet a little more than hip width apart, so about the width of your mat. And take the arms wide into a T. And then inhaling and exhaling, bring your knees over to the right and your gaze over to the left. And then inhale, bring the knees up to center. And exhale, bring the knees down to the left and your gaze over to the right. Inhaling, bring the knees up, and again moving into your twist. And experiencing the sensations as you move through this, knees from side to side, slowly getting into the body. And then after your next round, bringing the knees back up, facing the ceiling, and the feet on the floor in front of your hips. So bring the feet hip width apart now, and bring the arms beside you, palms facing down. And then pressing into the feet, we're going to lift into bridge and inhale and lift the arms over the head, stretching up. And then exhale, sweep the hands beside you on the floor and lower the hips. So the hands come beside you. And then again, press into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips, take the arms above the head. And then release the hips down, sweep the hands by your side back onto the floor beside you. And again, inhaling, lift the arms, go above the head. And exhaling, the arms come back along the floor and the hips come down to the ground. And then we're going to take our hands behind our head, elbows go wide. And then bring the feet off the floor, knees are together, and bend the knees so they're about, so the shins are parallel to the floor, and then lift the head off the floor. So we're just activating our abs a little bit, lifting the head might start shaking. And then releasing the head down, leave the legs where they are. And take the knees down over to the left in a supine twist. So you can release the hands from behind the head. And then the left leg, which is underneath, take it back and hold it with your right hand. So you're in a supine twist and you're holding your left foot with your right hand, and now bring the shoulders down towards the floor and allow that top leg to be heavy and to drop down towards the floor. So you're in your twist and you're looking over to the right side. And take a deep breath here. And exhale. And then start to inhale, bring the right leg up to center. Keep the left leg in this half Padangusthasana shape. And then bring your right leg into half happy baby. So you're going to hold on to the outside of the right foot in a half happy baby, half Padangusthasana. So we're now getting into the hips a little bit. You can gently move from side to side, slowly getting into those joints, but move gently as we're just warming up, pulling on to that right foot, pulling that right knee towards your shoulder, taking a deep breath in, and releasing the right leg and coming into Padangusthasana. So the soles of the feet join together, and releasing the hands by your side, palms facing up, and taking a moment there in your Padangusthasana. And you can gently rock the pelvis from side to side. Again, move with your breath, so inhale and exhale as you move from side to side. And then finding stillness at the center again. And now we'll inhale and take the knees back up to center and back into our knees up. So feet off the floor, shins parallel to the floor. Take the arms wide, and this time take the knees over to the right into your supine twist. And then the lower leg, which will be the right leg this time, will slide back and you'll hold onto the foot with your left hand. So you're in this supine twist, holding onto the foot, and gently encourage the left shoulder to drop towards the floor. Your left knee will be heavy, and just notice the breath. Gentle twist in the spine as you look towards the left side, and breathe there. On your next inhalation, you're going to lift that left leg up and keep the right leg where it is in Padangusthasana, reaching for the left foot, finding your half happy baby on the left side. So pulling down on that left foot, gently opening up that hip. And again, finding a little movement if that feels nice in your sacrum, in your hips. A soft breath in and out through the nose. And then release the left leg back into Padangusthasana. The soles of the feet join together. And release the hands to the side, palms facing up. Taking a moment again to focus on your breath. not going to your full capacity yet. So, you know, you want the body to adjust. You don't want to yank on your hamstring muscles, but you want to gently ease into the stretch using the strap or the kikoi, whatever you have with you, and using your breath to deepen into the stretch. And gently sliding the left leg onto the floor, so extending the left leg, extend the left feet towards the ceiling, taking the strap in the right hand, and extend the left arm out to the side, and then slowly turn your right toes towards the right, so like around 45-degree angle, and then gently take your right leg out to the side. So as far as you want to go, move slowly into Supta Padangusthasana B, with the right leg extended out to the right side, and using the strap again to find your edge in this pose. Gently looking over to the left. You can also bring your left hand onto your left thigh, just to encourage that left hip to settle into the floor as you open up that right side of the body. Inhaling deeply into any sensation you have on that inner thigh, and exhaling, opening out a little bit more with each breath. Taking the head back to center, and on your next inhalation, lifting the leg back up, and then lift your left leg up to meet the right leg and change legs. So you're going to hook your left ball of your left foot into the strap, and then take the right foot to the floor, bent leg to start with, and then easing into the left hamstring now, the back of the left leg. Again, work with your breath, work gently, and slowly ease into it. So we want to feel sensation gradually. We want to increase the stretch in gradual movements and working the breath. Extending the right leg onto the floor so the right leg is straight, and then turning the left toes about 45 degrees, taking the right hand out to the side, and then taking that left leg all the way out to the left side. You can adjust that strap as you go down towards the floor with the left foot, and maybe looking over to the right side. Right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling, and breathing there. Inhaling and exhaling, reminding yourself to be in the moment, in the present moment, and with the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Taking one more breath in, exhaling, and then lifting that left leg back up, and taking the right leg up to meet it, hooking both feet into the strap, and gently pull both legs towards you, towards your face, slowly stretching both legs. And then we're going to come up into a boat pose using the strap. So we're going to come up gently as you lift your head and your back off the floor, and keep holding into the strap, pulling your feet towards you. And then now release the strap and find your boat pose without the strap. So feel free to bend the knees, bend the legs if you want to. If need to. And then slowly roll forward and we'll find Sukhasana, a seated pose at the front of the mat. So take a moment with your hands on your knees just to close the eyes and find your seated posture, lengthening the spine and reconnecting with your breath. And then slowly opening the eyes, we're going to take the arms up above the head and interlock the fingers. And then press the palms towards the ceiling, stretching up through the hands. Inhaling here. And noticing if your ribs are flaring out, try to tuck the ribs in and bring the lower ribs down towards your hip bones as you extend and tuck. And then inhaling, we're going to take a stretch over to the right side. Inhale as you come up, and then over to the other side. And we'll do that a few times. So we're getting into the side body a little bit now. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you stretch over to the side. Inhale up, exhale, stretch. So trying to find length in the side of your body as you do this. And then one more time over to the other side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release the arms. So the right leg is in front. We're going to take the left leg out to the side. So your right foot is basically in contact with your left knee. So we're in what we call a deer pose. And we're going to twist over, so your right knee is in front, twist over to the right, left hand, right knee, and take a gentle twist there. And as you twist to the side, notice the left hip wants to lift off the floor and let it do that. So you want to feel the stretch all the way up the left side of the body, and then rotate towards the front. And again, twist towards the right. And back towards the front. And one more time, twisting towards the right. The left hip wants to lift. And plant your right hand on the floor behind you. And then again, sweep with your left hand and lift. Hips come up. Exhale as you release down. Inhale as you lift up and sweep. So taking it more into a side stretch as you lift and lower. So you can feel it in the whole side of the body. And then we'll release back down. Extend the left knee this time. So your left leg is straight. And come into a side stretch over the left leg. Right arm over your right ear. Make sure that left leg is nicely flexed up towards the ceiling. And breathe there. And then inhale, we're coming up. And we're going to take ourselves back into Sukhasana and change over to the other side. So again, we're taking our twist. The right hand will come to the left knee. So lengthen the spine and twist. And as you turn deeper into your twist, your right hip will come up. And then we come to center. Twist over to the left. Come back to center. And one more time. Go deeper into your twist and notice what's happening in the whole chain of events in your body. Planting the left hand into the floor and again Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you come down. And then lift one more time. And releasing down. Extending the right leg this time. Taking your side stretch over the right leg. Left arm over your left ear. And try to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. Breathing there. Inhaling all the way up. And making our way into a tabletop position on the mat. So the hands nicely spread, the fingers nicely spread, the wrists facing forward, knees under your hips. And we're going to look over to the right side and bring the hips over to the right. And then come back to center. Look over to the left side, the hips come over to the left. So we're stretching through the side of the body and move gently from side to side. Try to keep neutral spine. And then slowly coming back to center. We're going to take a side plank, a modified side plank. So come onto your left knee. Extend your right arm over the head and lift the right leg off the floor. So stretching there, make yourself as long as you can. Look up towards the ceiling. Be nice and long and use your breath. And then we're going to lower the right leg to the floor and lower the right arm over your head. Exhaling as you do this, so you're stretching to the right side of the body. And then inhale, lift the arm and the leg up. And lower down to the floor. Inhale, lift up and straighten and stretch. And one more time, lower and lift. Reach back and bend the right leg, reach back for the right foot. Come into a gentle back bend here. Again, extending the right arm and the right leg. Bring your elbow to your knee this time. Extend. Elbow to knee. Extend. Elbow to knee and step that right leg all the way to the front of the mat. So you're in a lunge. Right foot is forward. And left leg is back. And just get comfortable with your lunge. So bring your hands on the inside of the leg. So stretching into the hip. So taking the right foot a little bit wide. And then tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the floor. So you're in a little bit of a high lunge. Inhale, right arm goes up. Just open up into a slight twist there. And then exhale, bring the right hand down and step forward into a malasana squat. So the left leg is going to come forward. And you're in a squat at the front of your mat. Breathing there for a couple of breaths. Now take the left hand to the mat and lift the right arm up to the sky. And now right arm down, lift the left arm. And now feel free to move from side to side. And you may lift your heels off the floor. One heel might lift off the floor. And one heel might be on the floor. But you should feel a nice stretch in your hips. And then come back to center and find your way into Uttanasana, forward fold. So straightening the legs and bringing the feet hip width apart. And then slowly lifting up. Arms overhead. And we'll take a side stretch. So take the palms up, interlace the hands, take the palms up towards the ceiling. Side stretch over to the right side. Inhale up. And side stretch over to the left. Coming up. And releasing back. We're going to take a tree pose. So left leg is rooted and right foot comes on the inside of the left thigh. The right leg is bent. So either on the inside of the thigh or the inside of the shin, whatever works for you. And then take the arms either at the heart center or extend them up above the head for a few breaths. So nice strong standing leg, really pull up on that thigh and that knee. And breathe and find a point of focus. And then slowly release the hands down, release the leg. And find your strap. So we're going to come into Padangusthasana. So basically the same pose as we did on the back, we're doing it now in a standing pose. So we're going to hook the right foot, hooking the right foot with your strap. And you might want to move next to a wall if you need a bit more support. So first finding balance with the leg bent, and then maybe extending the right leg forward in front of you. You can also extend the left arm out to the side. Take a breath or two here. Make sure the standing leg is nice and strong and engaged. And then eventually taking the right leg out to the side. And maybe the gaze over to the left. Breathing deeply and being in the moment will allow you to find balance easier rather than allowing the mind to travel around thinking about different things. Releasing the leg back to center and then drop the strap and keep the leg lifted. And then sweep the right leg down and all the way back for warrior 3. Take the arms beside you into a plain pose. And then the left hand down for a half moon pose. So fingertips come to the floor, lifting the right arm. Finding your balance. Try to keep both legs completely straight if you can. And then moving into warrior 2. So dropping the back foot, bending the front leg. Lift up, warrior 2. Find your pose. And release into a reverse warrior. And then inhale up into an extended side angle with your elbow, left elbow on your left knee, right arm over your ear. Again, lift up, reverse your warrior. So keep the legs in exactly the same position as you float from one pose to the other. Use the breath, inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you do go to the side. One more time, into side angle. And then release the right hand down. Lift your left arm up for a twist. Releasing the left arm back to the floor. Lift the left leg for three-legged dog. Stretch it all the way up to the ceiling. And then down to downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. And then release the knees to the floor as we go into the other side. So we're going to take our side plank, our modified side plank, this time on the right side. So the right knee is down, right hand is down, left arm is up. Extending, stretching, reaching with the hand, reaching with the foot. Lower the foot to the floor, lower the hand. Inhale, stretch and lift. Lower down, stretch and lift. And one more time, really stretching out the left side of the body this time. And then lifting and reaching for the back foot in your mini back bend. Extending the arm and the leg. And then elbow to knee. Extend, elbow to knee. Extend, elbow to knee. The left leg comes forward to your lunge. And your hands come on the inside of the left foot. So take the foot out to the side of the mat and take the toes out 45 degrees. Lower the hips towards the floor, maybe rock gently side to side. Take a simple twist, the left arm lifts up, look up to the sky. And then release the left hand down and prepare to step forward to your Malasana. So first tuck the back toes and lift the knee. And then gently, as gracefully as you can, so pressing into the hands, gently step forward, come into your squat, and your hands come to your heart center. The right hand comes to the floor, lift the left arm up. The left arm comes down, lift the right arm up and look up to the ceiling. So moving from one side to the other, noticing what's happening in your hip joints, in your pelvis, as you move gently from side to side. And then we're going to come back to the center, fold forward, bring the feet closer together. Find a forward bend for a moment. You can have the knee slightly bent or straight. Inhale, lift the head and come all the way up to standing. Interlocking the fingers, extending the palms towards the ceiling. And then taking a side stretch over to one side. Coming up to center and over to the other side. Back to center, and then taking our tree pose. So we did, let me think, we did the left leg last time, so we're going to do the right leg this time. Whichever leg we didn't do last time, I'm actually confused. We did the right leg in tree last time, we do the left leg this time. So your right leg is your standing leg. Find your tree. So we're going to go through the whole flow again. So it's important we have the right leg. Left leg is up. Find whichever version of tree you want to do. Extending the arms above the head. or keeping the arms, the hands in front of the chest. Strong standing leg, engage your thigh, engage your knee, and then release slowly back to your standing pose and find the strap one more time. So hooking your left foot this time, holding on to the strap, keep the leg bent to start with, find your balance and make sure that standing leg is strong, pushing into the floor, and then extend your leg, holding onto the strap, and pull the shoulder into its socket on the left side so that you'll try to keep as straight as possible. Take a breath, and then extend that leg out and the arm on the right side. So take a few breaths, maybe look over to the opposite side. Take the foot back to center, and then just release the strap and lift the arms above the head. And then swing your left leg back. Find warrior 3 with the left leg back, arms beside you. And then drop your right hand for half moon. So opening your hip, lifting the left arm up to the ceiling, maybe looking to your side, to the side. And then gradually finding your way into warrior 2. So right arm extending forward, right knee bent, reversing your warrior. Inhaling up. Extended side angle, left arm over. Inhaling up. And then reversing. Inhaling back. Side angle one more time. And then dropping the left hand. Come into a twist, the right arm lifts towards the ceiling. And then release the hand down. Come into three-legged dog, the right leg comes straight up towards the sky. And then release into downward facing dog. Pressing into the hands, pressing into the heels. Inhaling forward to a high plank. And then taking side plank, left hand down. Your heels come over to the left and lift the right arm up. Exhale down, high plank. Take the heels over to the right and lift your left arm up. So moving between those poses, coming back into high plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left, heels come to the left. Side plank on the left side, high plank, side plank right side, high plank, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank, high plank. Side plank, left arm up. Release the left hand, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale and lift the right leg your right elbow, come forward into a high plank, and then release right leg up to the ceiling. This time come through center, the right knee towards your forehead. Inhale, the right knee up, leg up. This time the right knee over to the left side and come into a fallen triangle. The right leg comes through. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, the left arm comes down to the mat. Lift the right leg up and open the top hip, bending the top knee, and flip over. Bring your right leg behind you and straighten the left leg. So the left leg is straight in your flip dog, and then either stay here or come into a side plank on the left side, and maybe hold on to your right toes and maybe lift the right leg up to the ceiling in Padangusthasana. So this is something that we've done. The hips are nice and open and ready. So just explore. And then take your right foot behind you. Again. And come back into downward dog with the right leg up. And then come forward into a high plank. Right leg is raised still, so three-legged high plank. And lower down to the floor. Belly hits the floor. Inhale for a cobra. Exhale down. Push into the hands, lift up. Onto hands and knees. And then stretch back into child's pose for a moment. And rest. So the forehead is down. The arms are extended. And we catch our breath. Refocus as we prepare to go into the other side. So coming up onto hands and knees, find your downward facing dog again. So stretch the heels down towards the floor, press into the hands. Preparing to flow into the left side. So inhaling, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Left knee, left elbow. Come forward into your plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, forehead down through center. Inhale, stretch up for three-legged dog. And then the left knee comes over to the right. Extend the left leg. Fallen triangle, lift the right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, the arm comes down. Three-legged dog. And this time, opening up the top hip, bend the top knee. And again, we're going to flip. So bring the left toes to the floor and keep the right leg straight in your wild thing. And then find your side plank again. Right arm is down. And maybe exploring with the top leg a version of your Padangusthasana pose. Or dropping the left toes behind the left knee and staying there for a moment. Wherever you are, finding yourself back in a three-legged dog with the left leg up. Come forward into a high plank. Keep the leg high and lower to the floor. Cobra, inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Come on to all fours. And back into your child's pose. Take the knees wide. And then drop the head. Drop the arms. And take a few breaths here. And slowly allowing the breath to settle. Again, take the mind away from any stories that are happening there. Then come back onto all fours. And then slowly lower down onto the belly. Take your time. And coming into a Sphinx pose here. So your hands are flat on the floor, elbows are underneath the shoulders. Press the feet into the floor, lift the chest and look forward. Inhale as you lift. And then tuck your chin down towards the chest and start to lift the belly, the hips off the floor and look between your legs. Again, engaging the belly and then lowering the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, drop the chin and then engage through your abdomen, lifting the hips. And then lower the hips. One more time, inhale. This time tucking the toes. And then lift the knees off the floor and exhale into a low plank on your elbows. And then we're going to take it side to side. So keep everything integrated, nice and strong. And then come onto the right elbow, lift the left arm. And then side to side. So left elbow down, lift the right arm. Right elbow down, lift the left. And then one more time on the right side. Finding your high plank again, clasp your hands and then just walk your feet forward into a dolphin. So it's like a down dog on the elbows and really push into the elbows. And then lift the right leg up towards the ceiling and lower it. Left leg up, pushing into the elbows as much as you can. Lower the leg. Shuffle the feet back into your low plank. And then drop the hips and find your Sphinx again. And then we're going to release down onto the belly. Bring your forehead onto the backs of your hands. And take a few breaths. Slowing down the practice now. Noticing the parts of the body pressing into the floor. Noticing the breath in the belly and in the chest. And now take your right leg up to the side. So right leg is bent, left leg is straight. Again, that hip should be nicely lubricated by now. And then extend your left arm above your head and roll onto your left side, onto the back, keeping your right leg on the left side. So coming into a twist, take your right arm out to the side, your left arm out to the side, and just stay here for a few deep breaths. Feeling the weight of that right knee, stretching now the outer hip, which should feel really nice after all those hip openers. Just allow everything to drop into the floor. Maybe taking the gaze a little further to the right. And if you like, you can also hold onto the left foot with your right arm, as we did at the beginning. Deep breaths. And if you're holding the foot, release the foot, extend the right arm out again. And slowly roll back onto your belly, resting the forehead on the backs of your hands. Take the right leg back onto the mat, and then bring your left knee up to the side this time. So deep breaths here. You could even make your exhalation longer than your inhalation to allow everything to slow and settle. Your nervous system. You could also take a few breaths out of an open mouth, which also gives a message to the nervous system that everything is okay, that everything is slowing. Extending the right arm up above the head and rolling over onto your right side into your twist again. So keep the left leg on the right side in your twist and just let it be heavy here. Allow that left hip to stretch under the force of gravity. Allow your head to roll over to the left to increase the twist. You can hold on to the right foot with your left arm if that feels good. Just bring the shoulder down into the floor. Releasing the right foot if you're holding on to it. And then continue to roll onto your back. And find your way onto the back. And just bring the knees up to 90 degrees. And you can bring the right leg on top of the left. And then take the feet wide and hold onto the outside of both feet. So just stretching there, again into the outer hip. Keeping the back of your neck nice and long. And just bring your knees in towards the chest. Take the feet as wide as they want to go. Feel free to rock, to massage the low back if that feels good. And then extend the legs up to the ceiling. Hold on to the toes or the ankles, back of the calves, and pull the feet towards you. Extend the tailbone towards the floor and continue to bring the feet towards you as you have this push-pull action going on. And then the left leg on top of the right. Holding on to the outside of your foot on both sides. And again, release the feet. Hug the knees this time. Hug them tight. And bring the forehead towards your knees. In a tiny ball. And then release the back of the head. Release the feet to the floor. Just bring your knees in to touch. Take the feet wide as the mat. Allow the hands to rest on the floor, palms facing the ceiling. And rest here. Taking the feet onto the mat, the legs extending now for Shavasana. And we'll take a few moments in silent Shavasana. Make sure the shoulders are away from your ears. Make sure your arms are extended out and resting on the floor beside you. And allow the feet to drop to the sides. Allow everything to be heavy and relaxed. The breath is now soft. Just notice the breath in the entrance of your nostrils. And without any need of controlling anything, just let it come and go. As you settle down. Slowly start to increase the breath in the chest, in the belly. As you prepare to awaken the body, you can bring some movement into your fingertips, into your toes. Maybe stretch the arms overhead, and stretch the feet. And then bring the knees into the chest, again hugging the knees. Roll onto one side, take a moment. And slowly push up to a seated position. And find a comfortable seat. Allow the spine to be long. Allow your hands to rest on your knees. The neck is long. Top of the head is lifting. The eyes are gently closed. And just observe your body and your breath. Allow the mind to be still. gently bring your palms to the center of your chest. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the practice. Bow your head, acknowledging yourself. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye.